Welcome. Today we'll be discussing how to say you are able or allowed to do something. If you are able to do something, it means you can actually do something or have the possibility to. If you are allowed to do something, you have permission to. Furthermore, we'll be discussing how to say something regularly happened or existed in the past. For example, I used to live alone before I knew you. But let's start with to be able and allowed to. As you can see, there is a form of to be required. In the present simple, we use am, is, are, able or allowed to. In the past simple, that would be was or were, able or allowed to. In the present perfect, has or have been allowed to. And in the future, will be able or allowed to. For example, a present simple sentence with to be able or to be allowed to. I am usually allowed to stay up until 10 o'clock. In the past simple, an example would be he wasn't able to help you last week. In the present perfect, they haven't been able to get together for months. And in the future, when I turn 18, I will be allowed to get a drink in a bar. Now let's take another look at the example sentences. What do these words have in common? They all come right after the to be able or allowed to construction, but what else? Stay, help, get, and get? Well, they're all infinitives. Let's see if we can find some examples in pop music.
Don't tell me not to fly, I simply got to. If someone takes a spill, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I want it now to love you, pray. She ain't real. She ain't gonna be able to love you like I will. You believe that after all we've been through, I'd be able to put my trust in you.
Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Give your heart and change your mind. You're allowed to do it.
Using used to is actually not very complicated. You need to know that after used to, we need an infinitive, just like with to be able and allowed to. There is, however, one big difference between used to and to be able and allowed to. First of all, we don't need a form of to be, and second of all, when making a sentence with to be able or allowed to negative, we can just add not to the form of to be. For example, you are allowed to stay up becomes you are not allowed to stay up. When making a sentence with used to negative, we need an extra word. That word would be didn't. I used to go to the dentist twice a year. I didn't used to go to the dentist twice a year. Please note that the D after use has disappeared. And we do something similar when turning a used to sentence into a question. We start with did. You used to play football becomes did you used to play football? And once again, the D after use has disappeared. Let's find some more examples in music.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath.
I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. You know, I used to live alone before I knew you.
You've been having real bad dreams. Oh, you used to lie so close to me. Oh.
Guessing I don't need that door. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
That was it for today. Thanks for watching.